Hello everyone, in this video I want to talk about my language learning plans for 2021. There's a group of languages which I want to maintain. There's a group of languages which I want to improve and study intensively. And then there are also some new languages which I want to learn. But first of all, I want to talk about the languages which I really want to study intensively. These are German, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Indonesian, Mandarin, Farsi, Russian, and Swedish. These 9 languages. If you speak one of these languages or maybe some of these languages, doesn't matter if you are a native speaker or a language learner, you can send me a message on my Instagram page, which is the first link below this video, or on my Facebook page, which is the second link below this video, and then we could practice because I really like it to add this language learning on my routine and try to speak it as much as possible. So that's for me very important that I put a lot of time in these languages. I must say I cannot reply all my messages, but I really try to reply as much messages as possible. Then there's also like another option, like I also have like live streams on my Twitch channel, and there you could also practice languages in the chat, also with other people. It's pretty fun. There are language learners in the chat, even polyglots, and slowly it's becoming sort of language learning community. And my Twitch channel link is the third link below this video. Okay, I want to say that, so I want to talk first about these 9 languages which I really want to improve. Later I will talk about the other 2 languages from the list, but for now, I want to start with, there are 6 languages I can have like a sort of deep conversation. These are English, Dutch, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and German. Well, English and Dutch are already languages which I use a lot in my daily life, so it's not very necessary to focus on it because if I already look at whatever Netflix or movies or whatever, or talk to other people, I already practice English, and I also, speak Dutch at home because it's my mother tongue. So then the other 4 languages are left, which are French, Spanish, Portuguese, and German. I want to call this a sort of category. Let's call it category number 1. Category number 1, these are the languages which I want to study intensively. I say it wrong, sorry. I mean, I want to use these 4 languages as sort of communications tool. So I still, I still focus a lot on these languages because I use them as communication tools, but I use them to study another group of languages. You understand what I mean? So of course it's still intensively because you are thinking in these languages when you need to translate, for example, from French to Farsi. There's, for example, a lady from Iran. She speaks French at a very high level, and we're having the sessions in French about Farsi. So I'm learning Farsi in French. What's happening basically? The language Farsi is way more difficult for me, and I have a very very basic level. And French is a language which I studied for a long time, basically, and I feel very confident when I speak French. But if I use it as a communication tool and replace English for French, and for the other 3 languages, Spanish, Portuguese, and German, these languages become even more in my heart, and it becomes even more natural to speak them. So that's pretty cool, because it's, if you can translate from one language to the other language, it becomes like a part of yourself. It becomes very natural and relaxed, and you're thinking in that language, because you're thinking constantly in that language, and that's very cool. That's very interesting, and you are learning 2 languages at the same time. So you have the target language and you have the instrument language. So the instrument language is then French, and the target language is Farsi, which is very cool. And I want to do basically the same with the other languages which I'm mentioning. So I use my better languages to learn other languages which I speak at a basic level, for example. So I think that's awesome to practice it like that. So I really hope that we can practice. I think that's awesome. That's just cool. And I also want to motivate people. So this is group number 1, the category of like languages which I use as instruments. So I also mean that I watch movies in these languages on Netflix, for example. I'm texting people in these languages. These languages are sort of like let's call it the daily routine languages. Let's call it like that. Um, I want to basically try to speak them as much as English. That's my goal. Okay. Then the other group of languages, which I mentioned before, Indonesian, Swedish, Russian, Mandarin, and Farsi. These five languages are the languages which I study intensively. So I want to try to put 4 or 5 hours per language per week. That's what I what I want to try. And then I want to again translate from these instrumental languages as instruments. I want to use the languages which I mentioned before as instrument to focus on the other five languages. That's what I want to do by having sessions with other people in French, German, Portuguese, or Spanish. And then I already have 9 languages at the same time where I'm focusing a lot on, which is cool. And I said 4 or 5 hours per target language. That's like 20 hours or 25 hours per week. That's like my plan. I don't want to learn too many languages at the same time. And then I also told that there were 2 other languages where I want to focus on in 2021, but I want to focus on it later. So I want to starting at 1 February, I want to focus on Japanese. And I really want to improve that. I want to get it on a nice level, but I will start at 1 February. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. And in August, I want to focus more on Korean. So 1 August. So there will be 6 months of studying Japanese intensively, starting at 1 February. And I think it's a cool language. It's a nice language, and I just don't speak it a lot. That's the problem. I don't know many people who speak it. So, but yeah, again, that will be 1 February. So then, starting then, you could text me in these languages 1 February. Okay, and then what else I want to say? I want to say something about the other languages where I was talking about before. So now we had 2 categories, right? The category of languages which I use as instruments, the target languages which I want to study intensively, and then the third group of languages is a group of languages which I want to maintain, and most of those languages are languages which I just want to maintain. I don't want to how do you say it, I don't want to lose. I don't want to forget things. That's more like the thing. So I try to maintain it by sometimes practicing it. And again, I wish I could learn more languages at the same time, intensively, but that's impossible. You really have to make a choice. And every year I want to have a sort of other selection where I focus intensively on, And basically my goal is for 2021 is to hopefully improve 6 other languages to such a level that they could also become an instrument in 2022. You understand what I mean? So, okay, this sounds complicated, I know. So I hope that when I study, for example, Farsi, I use French to learn Farsi, right, as an instrument. Then I hope that my Farsi becomes, maybe, not as good as my French, but maybe close to my French at the end of 2021, and that it will be hopefully possible that I use Farsi as a language as an instrument to learn a new language in 2022. Yeah, that's very complicated, but that's a sort of the idea which I have, sort of the strategy. I'm already getting tired when I'm telling this. This is just complicated. And then there's also another category of languages. These are languages which I also want to maintain, but these languages look like other languages which I speak on a better level. So for example, let's give an example. Afrikaans has a lot of similarities with Dutch. Well, Dutch is my mother tongue. So basically by sometimes texting people who speak Afrikaans, I can also learn a lot from them, and it doesn't take a lot of energy, So I can basically text them and learn from what they're saying, and I learn the language in a relaxed way because Afrikaans looks so much at Dutch, and it doesn't take so much energy. So I could do that within my breaks when I have some free time, something like that. And then there's and then the last group. These are the 4 new languages which I want to learn in 2021. These are Hungarian, uh, Twi, Icelandic, Estonian. Okay, these are the 4 new languages. So I want to start with Hungarian in the first 3 months. Then in starting at 1 April, I want to start with um, Twi, and then after that, I want to start with that will be, let me see, July. Then I want to start with Icelandic, and then in the last 3 months of 2021, I want to start with Estonian. So if you speak Hungarian, then you know that I will start with that at 1 January 2021. Yeah, so this is basically what I want to tell my audience. Like I hope that you guys are motivated, that you have a little bit an idea of what my plans are. Of course, I want to make a new video in January where I maybe give a sort of update about my schedule to be more specific. And well, it's going to be very it's going to be a lot of time. But again, I have 20 hours or 25 hours per week, which is a lot. So yeah, I think like I have a lot of discipline and motivation. I want to go for it. All right, good luck, everyone. I want to wish you the best I want to wish you the best in 2021. Happy New Year in advance. I wish you the best opportunities, a lot of nice time with your family, and I wish everyone the best with their health. I hope that you're okay. Stay safe and think about each other and inspire other people. Cheers.